Welcome back, sinners, for another edition of Cobral Confessions, where I'll be once again playing whatever I feel like. Typically Darktide, but it can be whatever I want. Something I can mindlessly play in the background whilst I talk to you. So, what have we been up to? Well, it's been my birthday. Yippee. I'm 26 now. Or 3001. I'm going to run that joke into the ground and you cannot stop me. So, after all of that, what did I get up to? Did a funny birthday stream, had some fun, did some memes, had some dreams, and you know, I had a good old time. But I decided after that to take it easy a little bit and think about what I wanted to do. And I finally prepared the new channel's video. So, at long last, that now has a video for it. So if you're interested in audio-based lore series, well, hey, I've got that for you. I've even been doing some more art. I did post it on the live channel. Maybe I'll post it over here on the main channel as well. But I've done some art. Especially for that setting. I want to do more things for it, honestly. I think it should be fun, honestly. Personally. And to be honest, I've enjoyed just creating again. It's a pleasant feeling to just sit there and create and actually sort of frame what I'm doing in a very kind of, you know, like I've got words. But it's quite fulfilling to actually sit there and actually create something and really think about, okay, if I was to do this like as a character here, what are you doing? So, the question I suppose now is where I'll go from here, and well, where I'm going to go from here with it is I'm going to be doing more art of various bits of the setting. So I did a Stimmer Corvette, which is kind of a, I realize it's a combo of words but no sense currently. But they will hopefully in time. But I aim to do a bit more art and the like set for that setting. I aim to do a bit more, not just art of the setting, but also the audios. So there might be a couple other characters you hear the roll of. At the minute, it's just the Archivist, but you might see audios set from a different person's perspective, potentially. Not guaranteed. But, you know, you might get, perhaps, of the city security, or maybe a third-hand account from, I don't know, various people, right? It could be a whole different faction's perspective, you know? Really depends how deep I want to go with it. At the minute, I'm going to split up into playlists, so everything from the Archivist's perspective will all be together. Yeah. Ugh. So, other than those things, I intend to have a little look at what I can do to improve my art to go along with that, and also the format as well. Because I do think, you know, using it as an avenue to not just improve my own content, but also my art, I think would be quite fun, personally. And, you know, I think as well, it'll be good for me to help motivate myself a bit. As much as it's another channel, and it means more work, it also is another opportunity to try a different kind of content, which I think could be quite fun. Very potentially, after even recording this video, I'll probably do one as I'm free from the day job for a bit, and I must admit, there is a true feeling of liberation that being away from that place has given me recently. Not just working from home, but actually being able to just finally relax. I have been discussing this for a while, but if anything has shown me, I really need to start looking for another day job. This has shown me. Honestly, because I think if you're that relieved not being your job, you need to look for another job at that point, you know what I mean? So, and with the fact that I've finally got to a position where I can start learning to drive again, that is looking likely. You know? Looking far more feasible. But of course, you know, these things will take time, and it'll take a bit of time to get to that point where I'll be able to actually, you know, drive myself to places finally, and but obviously, once that's all in place, then from here it'll just be finding somewhere better. Honestly, it'd be a case as well, not just on the pay side of things, but just somewhere less fucking toxic, honestly. I do really consider it a pretty toxic workplace at this point, and it's not been healthy for me. So, I think it'll be best. Don't get me wrong, would I love for all these things that I'm doing now, like, you know, streaming, YouTube, would I love for this to become my job? Absolutely. Would it be stressful at points? Sure, of course it would. You know what? I would like that. It won't happen anytime soon, and that's okay. You know, I have to earn that. That's the way I see it. You know, I need to earn the right to be able to live off that. Because that means I'm living off you guys, you know? I'm living off your generosity, your time especially, but also potentially your money. And it's like, for me to even dare ask that of you, I need to keep getting better. You know, I need to keep improving myself and what I can produce, so it's of value, because at the end of the day, I have no right asking you for any of it if I can't be asked to give you something good. But obviously, that's going to take some time, as I think I stagnated for a while, you know? I think I stagnated in my past as a streamer, and as a content creator in general, I think. There's a lot of talk at the minute about, oh, being a male in VTubing and all this, but for me, it really is as simple as, you know, I'm just focusing on me. I'm just trying to be better than I was yesterday. But, you know, I'm not always there, which is a shame. There are days where I do think I could be doing better. And of course, you know, there definitely are points where I could be better at. I know quite often I'll stop mid-thought. You know, I'll go quiet randomly, and I mean, I can edit that, right? I can cut out the downtime. And I am trying to, like, observe my own content, my own quality, right? I'm trying to use YouTube's analytics tools a bit to assist me and see what's working, and, well, maybe I could do better. No? And, you know, I do know for a fact that I either have to get way better at editing, or I need to hire somebody. That is something I'm quite aware of. Right? That I'm fully aware that if I want to be at my best, if I want to be, you know, at a level that I need to be, then I do need to improve. I've not got the right weapon for this. But still, you know, I need to improve that, and I hope it's obvious that I'm improving, even if some days it doesn't feel it. But I think, what did I hear it say once? I heard it said that improvement isn't a straight line; it's a squiggle, right? It goes up and down. It's not always perfect.
Don't even look at me funny. I'll leave you there.
So. The big problem, I guess, is recognizing where I need to improve and then figuring it out.
That she has become less than reliable.
Splendid! I like her more already.
And of course, I know a constant problem I have is going round in circles, repeating myself, and not really getting to the point, which doesn't help. That is a plasma gunner. Oh, those guys are more rare these days. But, you know, it's something that over time will improve. And some might say, but Cobral, you've been doing this for years. See, I never quite got that argument where it's like, oh, but you just, okay, so I just give up, I just stop doing the things I enjoy? Because I'm not a massive streamer of thousands of CCV. Most people who do this, most of them, if they were big immediately, you didn't see them small. Because they already had a platform. They already had a thing. And believe me, spending money was the only thing you needed to do, I assure you. I'd be fine. I admit I did the cardinal sin of buying an expensive model before being anywhere near big. But you know what? I decided I could afford it. It wasn't going to stop me from eating. And it's something for me. At the end of the day. What can I say? I enjoy a good character design process, and you know what? I've enjoyed every model I've used. So, at the end of the day, oosh! End of the day, it did what I wanted it to do. It became a medium for me to stream and make content, and it's become the starting point for my brand and a setting I'm producing to be part of that brand. You know? It's all come together after the fact, yes. But it's come together. Yeah, but, you know, where to go from here? I already saw that, god damn it. As far as... I am... Wow, yeah, I am bad at repeating myself, aren't I? Holy shit. Oh, hang on, that's the thing. What was I saying? So, I guess in the short term, we're going to slowly develop out this and that channel, so I get one channel where I just off-the-cuff talk and do as I please, and the other one is more focused and specific. And I think that's okay. This channel has been a real erratic mess when it comes to deciding what I want to do. Ooh, something wrong here. You know, as much as this game is great to do stuff in the background of, it's also so erratic. It can get very, very chaotic. Very, very quickly. But it is very satisfying. I've of course done another edition of Dark Heresy, another session, which I honestly quite looking forward to where things go from here. Like we've finally formalized a big hint. Now, of course, if you've seen some of the additional content, which is on this channel, you'll have probably known about you know, what's going on in the background. There we go. There you go. So, we're getting quite close to the end of that campaign as well, which, obviously, for anyone who has ran any TTRPG, right? You know that eventually, you know, it has to end somehow. And we're getting quite close to that final act. Now, we're not quite at the final act, but we're almost there. And so, that might change up what I'm doing soon, you know? It might affect a variety of things, honestly. So, this now... It's a question of what we do after that, the you know, TTRPG stuff. I would like to do another one on stream, though it might be some time. I would like to do a private one. Personally, I would very much like to do a private one. Got one with some of my friends who I want to kind of revive, so that'll be the next thing for me specifically, but for stream, I'd like to do a one-off, potentially, maybe with you guys. You know? Quite possibly. So, there's a chance we do more Dark Heresy. If we do more Dark Heresy, I will say this. We will be changing a number of the rules, because I don't like certain rules. I very much find some of the rules are very restrictive in a way that isn't helpful or fun. The aptitude system's crippling. And as much as it's useful for my players to have weaknesses, as frankly one of them is now basically impervious to most forms of like, damage, and is stronger than most Space Marines, it's very high level Dark Heresy. Very much high level. I definitely, down the road, think I'd like to try a more focused Dark Heresy, but with the rule alterations. No aptitudes, and just treating everything as you have one of them. Unless it says the general aptitude, then you can do both aptitudes and thus get it cheaper. Essentially, having aptitudes makes certain things cheaper, right? And the problem with that is, you know, it means certain things end up bloody expensive if you're not careful. And because of that, you then, of course, have to faff about and pray that you've got enough XP for the campaign to get what you want, build-wise. But also, you have to really sacrifice, and you want to up your willpower after character creation? Good luck. It costs an arm and a leg. Unless you're just like a, which, you know, you might not, but you're blank. Who also needs it. Oh, shit. But, hey, those are some additions I want to make to it. To make things more fun for my players. That'll be for next time. With the addition of some changes to things like the accurate trait, and just little things here and there to rebalance the game. Definitely an upgrade to armor. Because my god, armor does not keep up with damage in that system. But we could do D&D, we could do Lancer, we could do fucking Kane, potentially. That seemed pretty fun. Be wacko. But, hey. World's an oyster. But Dark Heresy has got a while left, and I have more twists, turns, and horrors to put my players through. That being said, though, that's where we come to the end of today's video. I do hope you've enjoyed my ramblings, and hope that I've cut out most of the me being quiet parts. If I've been smart. If I haven't, then it's going to be a bit awkward. But hopefully I've remembered to do all these things. So, that being said though, do take care of yourselves, and I will see you all next time. And potentially on the other channel if you follow us on both. Do remember to like and subscribe. Not just here, but potentially on the Neo Eden archives. I will hopefully remember to put the link to that in the description below. And of course, catch me live on Twitch every Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Normally at 7:30 UK time, but Sundays we're an hour early. Unless it's Dark Heresy, which that means it's 4:30. Just keep an eye out for the schedules. They're on Twitter, they're in the Discord, and I post them here on YouTube too. But anyway, good night, and I'll see you all soon. Till then, bye for now.